Hey guys, People Close Gamers, backtrack to The Flash, Season 3, Episode 20. I can't believe we're at Episode 20. I know who you are. So from the title of the episode, I have to assume that we are finally going to figure out who Savitar is. At least the audience, right? Even if Team Flash doesn't, we have to find out. Kind of similar to what they did with last season with Zoom, where we found out in Episode 15, and then Episode 16, the rest of the team found out. For me, this is crazy that there hasn't been a reveal in episode 20. I mean, we're in May, which is also crazy to think about. We're in the last month of the season. This is it. It wraps up 3 episodes after this. 3 weeks from tonight. I am reacting to it about 1 in the morning. So this debuted about 5 hours ago, so it's technically the next day. But this is a long time coming, I think. If going back on previous CW shows, so spoilers for that, I mean, we had masked villains, we had Malcolm kind of introduced and revealed as the Dark Archer in episode 7 of season 1 of Arrow. Then we had season 5 Prometheus this year, episode 15. Zoom was revealed, like I said, episode 15 last year. Reverse Flash was episode 9. Even though that was confusing what was going on, we had an inkling of, oh my god, this Wells guy is Reverse Flash in episode 9. So this has been going on quite a long time now. It is time. The last time we checked in with The Flash, we were teased at the end there, where Caitlin, or I should say Killer Frost at this point, teamed up with Savitar like she said she did when Barry went to the future. She seemed very on board to join him, so there's been a lot of theories out there that it's going to be Ronnie, which I necessarily don't like and don't agree with. But Barry, yeah, the crux of the episode, Barry went to the future. He found a shitty world. Everyone was broken. Team Flash was destroyed, not only with, you know, Iris dying and Barry isolated himself. Cisco lost his hands due to Killer Frost. Barry stopped talking to Joe. They drifted apart. Wally got paralyzed and basically in a comatose state, since he said or did nothing, just looked straight ahead and looked basically like he was lobotomized. So it was, and then Julian was, his whole life was just kind of left just monitoring Killer Frost. Yeah, so it was a shitty world. It was a great episode in my opinion. We learned a lot of stuff of what could be a potential future, and that's kind of needed in this future heavy season here. It was great to see kind of Barry in the new suit, more like the comic book suit, which it was, you know, brighter red and the kind of the Flash gold belt and gold all over the place. So that was cool, and we saw, you know, Top and Mirror Master and stuff like that. So there's no more to get into except that if this is the episode that Savitar is revealed, which there's no way, if it's not this week, it has to be next week, otherwise they fucked up, because there's only 3 episodes, and if it's next week, then it's 2 episodes. To me, it's going to be revealed, I think, at the end of this episode, just to the audience, but we'll find out. My prediction, going in, is I'm sticking with Wally. Somehow, maybe it's not our Earth 1 Wally, it's another version of Wally. I have no idea why. It doesn't even make much sense. I just have a feeling it's Wally. The secondary pick is maybe Eddie, because, you know, people saying his body, maybe he didn't die, got sucked into the portal. I don't like if it was Ronnie. It would also be weird if it was also another version of Barry. So it's got to be someone we know. So we'll find out here. Without further ado, guys, here we go. All right, Savitar, very cool. His reflection in the puddle. We're starting off great already. Maybe this is going to be like 18 hours earlier. Oh, shit. Cool. All right, so there's your title of the episode. Just roll the credits right there. So we're going to go back in time now. 16 hours earlier. I said 18, so there you go. Cisco's a little mad. This tension's growing.
Maybe you shouldn't have ripped off that necklace and turned her into a killer. Okay, all right. Just saying.
She would have died otherwise.
Albert. Do you smell that?
I love how everything is so different on other Earths. Ah, shit. What's happening? Experiment gone wrong? I guess that's Tracy.
Big Belly Burger? I hear they're hiring.
What? You're serious? Well,
oh, maybe the future's changed a little too much, or maybe she had a hiccup before she became a doctor? Things are so different on his Earth.
I haven't shared that hypothesis with anyone.
Shit. We should explain who we are. And someone's coming. God damn it, Savitar said Killer Frost to get her. That makes sense. He's covering his... Oh! The outfit, or version of the outfit. Very cool. I love it. Well, we found Caitlin. Can we get her? She looks great. Danielle Pimbaker pulling it off. God damn it, guys. We're hesitating too much. We need to take her down. Where's cuffs when you need them? Cool. Use your speed to spark that. Fire against ice. Good job, Barry.
Maybe she's working with Savitar.
Alright, makes sense. I mean, Savitar covering his tracks. Now, as I said last week, the whole timeline, and I saw other reactors as well, and people trying to explain, the whole timeline of this is confusing, because if Savitar, it's like an infinite loop. Savitar was mad that Barry trapped him in the Speed Force. So he went back in time to kill Iris, and then Barry, because of that, then trapped Savitar in the Speed Force. So it's like this infinite loop going around. So it's very weird. Maybe if you guys can let me know down below if you understand that better than I do. I don't know. However, this time, both Barry and Savitar are doing things differently. They both have future knowledge this time, which, again, also doesn't make sense. So Barry is now trying to go back and have Tracy, who looks like she's going through a momentary hiccup in her career. Before she got her doctorate and won a Nobel Peace Prize and did all this stuff, she also had a hiccup where she was considering working at Big Belly Burger and burning her work and stuff like that. They're meeting her during that time. Savitar is also sending Killer Frost to that moment because she's the one who creates a speed trap that traps him, and that is the only way to stop him permanently, I would say, because Barry could kill him, but I don't think he's going to, as Savitar has alluded to. So I like this dynamic here. I love the Killer Frost outfit. You know, we've gotten outfits in these CW shows, like the one that comes to mind right off the top of my head is the Silver Banshee outfit, right? I understand the look that they're going for. It looks like Silver Banshee, except on the small screen here on the TV, it doesn't work. It didn't look really great. It wasn't as, I didn't think it was as bad as other people did, but it wasn't good. Here, I think the outfit works perfectly. You know, she already had the blue lips and the color contacts of white and the sound of her voice and her all white hair. Now you kind of just have kind of this long cape thing going with, you know, it looked like high boots or so, looking as a version of Killer Frost. So I really do like that. And it's also a different version, slightly different than the Killer Frost we saw on Earth 2, her look. So I do appreciate that as well. So there's a lot of interesting things going on here. I guess since we're introducing Tracy into the story, it's another character and there's a lot going on. We kind of kicked Wally out of the episode and sent him off to Earth 3. It is cool that he's, you know, going to visit Jesse. It makes sense the relationship-wise. However, I understand why they did it, just to kind of kick him out of the episode to have room. The other thing we have going on here is this growing tension between between Julian and Cisco over the whole Killer Frost decision. I gotta side with Julian on this one because she would have died otherwise, so we'll have to see what happens there.
I just didn't think it was going to happen this soon.
Everything's accelerating now because of what you did, Barry.
She got away.
Might be in trouble. It's literally like the devil is begging you to do something for them. That is terrifying.
A damsel in distress.
HR trying to make moves here and help the team at the same time.
A Zoom.
A Zoom? Never heard of it.
Oh, it's
What?
a secret menu.
Secret
Triple
menu.
espresso, the shot of cayenne.
A Zoom? That is a name of a drink here. Why? Do you know what he did to this place? How many cops he killed there?
You had a clear shot, Cisco, and you didn't take it. Why?
Julie, I'm trying to focus on...
Because it used to be his friend. He hasn't given up on that. Something's frosting up. I hear it.
What's wrong?
Shit. She's coming. Get out. Out now, Barry. Barry? Holy shit, it's coming right for her face. Barry, are you guys on the mics? Barry, where's your super speed for, if not a situation like this? But HR trying to, kind of, I guess, bring her into the fold somewhat, but that's why it took so long. It took 4 years after. I wonder what the event was that caused the university to then fund her research. Was it Barry in the future that then came to her and he's just coming to her sooner? So I wonder how that kind of works out. This whole Joe Cecile thing, it's fine. It just doesn't right now work for me in the context of the episode, but we'll see where it goes. Thank you, Barry. Just in time. Alright, Tracy, you gonna believe us now?
Most times you rain in hell. Not that.
Damn. She's wow, that is cool. That's like fucking Iceman and X-Men. Oh, that is awesome. Cisco being out there with not really any mask on or anything else. It's not like he normally has one anyway. This is an awesome shot. It's got to be questionable. That is so cool, guys. How awesome is this? Look how fast she is, man. Wow, look at the CGI is excellent, man. She's going through billboards and everything. And we just have to wait for this ice to melt? Is this all over the city now? She knows it's coming, though. She's smart. He ain't gonna do it. He has too much personal investment in it. I mean, they all do, but Cisco can't do it. And Barry's gotta save him now. Or take the shot, god damn it. Barry takes the shot. At least he heals quickly. Cisco, you have to, man. We gotta put her in the pipeline. Cool. I like that shot. That's awesome. The sound. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Yep, she's gonna stab him in the tendon. Cisco! God damn it. Even calling her Kate's not gonna work. He only calls her that in times of emotional stress.
Before you build it. That's why he's sending killers.
It's like the Terminator going back in time to kill John Connor.
You're basically telling me I'm Sarah Connor in Terminator.
There you go! That is so great. Such a good reference. See, how do they have that future info on her? He took that back, I guess, in that little button that he got from Future Barry? Yeah, it's no pressure, Tracy. No pressure.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's not a lot to take in for one night. For the last 24 hours.
And I have to save you, and I can't control my powers, and I end up killing her. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
And I'd rather it be me than her.
I expected that. That makes sense. I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, he hasn't been out in the field much, so it makes sense that he doesn't have full control over his abilities. He doesn't know how to make them stronger or weaker, so it is a risk of killing her.
Tracy's gone.
I thought you convinced her to stay. What the hell happened, HR? I thought Julian just said that you convinced her to stay and you calmed her down. She left again? What the fuck? So, alright, the Cecile stuff coming a little bit more. It's kind of more just kind of have Joe and Barry scenes. It also makes me afraid for Cecile's life going forward for the rest of the season. That, you know, every time that they give these minor characters more time, you see in The Walking Dead all the time, it ends up going bad. But that's fine right now. I don't mind that. I'm glad Julian and Cisco had that confrontation. I get Cisco being scared of killing her. I understand he hasn't been out there much or really much practice if you think about it. Being Vibe and knowing how strong his power is, he could have an emotional reaction if she's about to kill one of them and he just kind of releases it and bang, it's too much and it kills her. But Julian is right in one way that if he did stop her, we could have brought her back in the pipeline, put the necklace on her probably, and we could have fixed the situation. I think that's what he was getting at, so... Yeah, she's brutal. That whole ice sequence was amazing. Her being like Iceman, her again stabbing the tendon of Barry. Good thing he healed up at least a little quicker than last time. So, I don't know how we're going to reach her at this point, but I hope we do. Can't we put like a satellite tracer out on her?
Motivational speeches, all's wells, that ends wells.
Tracy is in danger.
Oh my god.
Focus.
That is a great book title.
Thank you.
And once again, HR saying the most obvious things that no one realizes. This is just slightly creepy.
Creepy, right?
Yeah, that Future Barry had this a little bit.
Screenshot a hologram. Go back
Oh
to
my
life.
god.
You are born genius.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, not this Wells. Alright. HR, maybe just what the doctor ordered. Maybe she needed that. I don't know. But whatever, if it works, and we gotta get her out of the open. Cecile, this is not the time right now. Joe,
Where you were.
don't break up with this woman right now.
I think we should stop seeing each other.
Joe! Joe!
I think it's the best thing for both of us.
Joe, what are you doing, Joe?
Here I
Why can't anyone on the show have happiness? Why do they have to push their significant others away? Tell her, and if she's not cool with it, then she's not cool with it. If she is, then she is. He's trustworthy? And fucking hell. Shit. Well, fuck. I like her little theme music there in the background, but just as they break up, I don't know. If everyone lives through this goddamn episode, maybe then this will prompt Joe to do the classic, very tropey, I almost died or I almost lost you thing. So this is what's really going on, and they won't break up. But I guess HR, you know, he reeled in Tracy, which was a good thing. Maybe that's been the only time he's been particularly useful in the show. I love when he says obvious things like, oh, we should look into her future, you know, information to find out where she is. And then, like, the rest of these geniuses can't think of it. But, yeah, now Killer Frost wants to go to an address with Tracy. Is Savitar going to show up? God, this could go really, really bad, guys.
So am I.
You know, go back as long as her and Cisco did.
They come from off.
It's a nice sentiment, but it's not scientifically true. She's playing with the Lego set of the future scene. God damn it. Oh, man, if Savitar shows up, we are fucked.
We're a family.
Damn, she knows all his lines.
Till the end.
Yep, she knows all his lines. That's evil as hell.
How are you doing that?
She knows the future.
Told me always one step
He's the
ahead.
future Flash.
Because this
Damn. Yeah, Savitar knows everything. Yeah, get out of there. They planned everything. Fuck, man. You didn't get out of there in time. Barry, any day. And he's gonna take a shot again. For the second time. Barry, you can't think of anything else? You're a speedster. Alright, cool. I was hoping for a scene like this. You got a button mash X right now. Come on, Cisco. Come on, Cisco. Come on. You almost got her. She's less confident. Alright, did Savitar see that? Killer Frost? I don't think so. Alright. Let's be careful here. Maybe this has been part of the whole thing. Put something on her. Cuff something. Cisco, you're gonna lose your arms. You get that close. Alright, what's that do? Does that take away her powers? It keeps her maybe sedated? Fuck! I think he got her blood maybe to work on a cure. Holy shit. We are fucked. He really sees himself as a god, doesn't he? Yeah, Tracy, that's the evil speedster we're trying to stop. If you didn't believe us before that, that's what it is. I like this whole kind of... he's had this god complex all season, but to really have it... He almost sounds like, if any Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans out there, he almost sounds like Hive last season. Literally one of the episodes, I think the finale was called Ascension. But he sounds like he really truly believes in his purpose, believes that he's a god. And that he is, in some ways it seems, he thinks he's doing the right thing. Was that supposed to how the whole future was supposed to play out? Did we change it? And Savitar previously didn't see Killer Frost getting beat by Cisco, by Vibe there? I don't know, but at least we got her blood. Maybe we can work on a cure now. But how do we get to the beginning of the episode finding out who he is? That's the question we need to solve.
is why Savitar wouldn't kill Tracy when he showed up.
Exactly. There's got to be a reason for all this. Very good work. That's it. Now, God, why? Yeah, we still have this. We need to figure out who Savitar is.
But he needs that suit to neutralize the charge he builds up.
Okay, so he needs a better suit than Barry. That's why he has it. Because he travels so fast. Ah. That's why. We trap him in the suit. That's why he's still in the suit in the Speed Force. You trap him in there.
That pushing me away was the thing to do.
Yep. All of these characters often do. It's always protecting. Yeah, this makes me nervous, this kind of shit. I'm glad that they have happiness and they're back together, but this makes me nervous for the two of them. It really does. Oh. Barry, what are you thinking? Barry, what are you thinking? Something that was said in the past. Oh my God. Oh my, what if Joe is Savitar? What is happening, guys? What is happening? No, what is happening? And then we're back to the beginning. I swear to God, you better show who it is. Okay, so he said Joe, so it's not Joe.
Friends, you know our fears. You know how much we love each other.
So he's got to be someone close.
You know how to use that love against us.
Oh my God, who is it, guys?
All this time, we thought that we couldn't stop you because you were one step ahead. But that's not it. You don't just know what's gonna happen to us. You were there.
So he's Barry?
You lived it.
Is it Barry?
You remember when you were me.
Holy shit. It is. Holy shit, that's why Caitlin trusted him. Alright, let's get a confirmation. Oh my God, so the theories were right. It is a future Barry something. I don't know how or what, but it is.
Like I told you from the beginning.
He's scarred. Holy shit.
I am the future Flash.
So the people were right. Holy shit. Oh my God. The villain is himself. Oh my God. It was right. The theories were right. Oh, I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Alright guys, so that was my reaction there to The Flash Season 3, Episode 20, I Know Who You Are. Literally. Barry knows who Savitar is because he is Savitar. I can't say that like I'm like, oh my God, that wasn't a theory I had or a theory out there. My prediction, like I said, was Wally at the top of the episode, and then I think I had second was kind of an Eddie thing, but that makes less sense just because I didn't think that was going to happen because you're not going to have the actor come back for that. But wow, this opens up so many questions. Of how, of why, what's going to happen, how does this affect the timeline? I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's a theory that was out there, but man, they're going to have to wrap up basically knowing a lot more about Savitar in 3 episodes. So for me, there's 4 main points of the episode. The last main point is clearly going to be the one I want to talk most about, so I'm going to try to run through these first 3 main points. We'll get through number 1, Joe and Cecile. Number 2, I want to look at Killer Frost, Julian, and Cisco. I think that's kind of an interesting trio kind of dynamic there. And then the third main point of the episode is HR and Tracy, who is our new character here. And then the 4th main point of the episode is Barry is Savitar. Somehow, some way, we don't. The big question is why? Why is he Savitar? Why would he want to go and kill the love of his life? That's what we don't understand. Yeah, so I'll get more into that. So starting with the first main point, Cecile and Joe. Again, I'm going to try to run through these super quickly. The stuff at the beginning of the episode didn't work as well for me. Again, all these little side point B, C storylines always kind of feel just kind of thrown in there sometimes. That's how I won't say always, but sometimes they're just thrown in there and they don't really fit in the context of the story. This was fine. It kind of did fit in the context of the story. It was more just to push Joe and Cecile's relationship along and push Joe as a character and, as Cecile said, growth. I never even realized he was wearing his old wedding ring. And that was very cool of Cecile of kind of accepting that, especially his wife's dead, so there's not like, you know, being a jealous woman or something. This is hard for Joe to get past. You know, they've only been dating 5 or 6 months now, and it's kind of a moment of, oh shit, this is getting serious, I love you. And with, you know, his daughter possibly dying this month, and Savitar, and now Caitlin is Killer Frost, and all the shit going on. Now throw into there, you know, a monkey wrench in that equation even more, that Barry is Savitar. There's a lot of stuff going on in his life, and I get it. He did the wrong decision. He made the wrong decision to say, oh, we're done, it's over. I understand in the sense of not only wanting to put her in danger, because she was in danger, but again, it's the age-old argument that sometimes these characters are in danger even more or just as much by not telling him, and that was the case there. You know, either way, he didn't tell her, and look what happened. She got grabbed by Killer Frost. So I'm glad that he told her. He told her everything. I think she is trustworthy. I understand in other contexts why people are so hesitant to tell each other, because you don't know what that person's going to do with that information. But Barry and Oliver, to a degree as well, have told everyone under the sun who they are, especially Barry. So it made sense. She's been in the fold. We don't think she's evil or you know, has ulterior motives of outing Barry. So she knows everything. She's in the fold. Hopefully that's good. It definitely, again, puts, focusing more on the relationship, puts her, and I think more, because Joe's a main character, Joe at risk that he's the one that dies, not Iris. I just don't see us getting out of the season without someone dying. It could just be Julian, who is kind of a main character, but he's not he's not upgraded to the main cast, and I don't think he'll be back next season, sadly, because Tom Felton's a great actor, but we'll have to see what goes there. But the relationship was fine. I'm glad that they said that they love each other, and we'll have to see what happens there going forward. But it does give me fear of Joe for these next 3 episodes. The second main point of the episode here is Killer Frost, Cisco, and Julian. So Cisco and Julian have kind of had this tension building since the last episode, after Julian decided to, you know, rip off the necklace, actually 2 episodes ago. And I get it. She would have been dead otherwise. I understand that's what she wanted, but Julian not only loving her, Cisco loves her in a different way as well. But I understand both sides of kind of their argument. And yeah, Cisco was definitely hesitant in this episode. It wasn't for me like a head scratcher, like, oh, why? Like, you know, I think really what solidified it for me, where maybe I was head scratching my head a little bit, was that scene where he's almost vibing himself, but it's just him having memory flashbacks of all these moments of Caitlin. And he's afraid of his powers. I didn't think that was a problem, I guess, at this point at the end of season 3. But if you really do think about it, Cisco has used his powers a lot more this year, and we don't know, right? We don't know, since Barry's changed Flashpoint timeline, was this Cisco now pushed forward and he was using his powers way sooner? I guess not. I guess he still doesn't have a full grasp on them, or he still believes that they're coming from a thing of emotion, which I don't really see it as that. And, you know, Julian kind of gave this kind of thing of like, oh, it's coming out of love. Yeah, blasting someone in the face is coming out of love, you know, with your vibe powers here. But it could come from emotion. It's possible. We've seen Barry do things with his speed through emotion, especially through anger. I think about his dad dying last season. So that's completely possible. We'll have to see about that. But again, it was one of these sub-points that doesn't matter in the overall context of the episode. You know, like, just like in the main storyline, but for this context of the episode, I guess it does matter, just this whole Killer Frost thing. It wasn't the strongest storyline alive, but I get their tension. I'm glad that they're both cool again. They're bros. You know, he did mention that he would hurt Caitlin to protect Julian, you know, Killer Frost. Killer Frost teaming up with Savitar, I get it now. I'll speak that more in the 4th main point, but I loved her in this episode. Her flying around or you know, sliding around like Iceman. What an awesome shot. That must have cost some money there. Her stabbing Barry again. The outfit was great. She really, it seems like there's a tiny bit of Caitlin left in there. But overall, I think maybe she's scared of Savitar. And, you know, she seemed to be in their one big scene there in the episode, in kind of that abandoned factory or whatever the hell it was. And maybe, you know, she really, Savitar showed her the future even more. She said that he gave her salvation, that she should be Killer Frost, you know, through and through, but she has not killed anyone yet. So there is still hope for her. There's hope in there. Maybe she'll be the one who ends up killing, you know, Savitar, even though, again, I'll talk more about that. But fine, that dynamic was good, and I guess we'll have to see if they can save her. I'm glad that they got the sample of her blood. Now maybe we can make a cure, and here's to hoping that maybe the cure doesn't get rid of her powers, but kind of allows her to control it, doesn't mind control her. So we'll see there. Third main point of the episode here, for me, is HR and Tracy. So Tracy Brand, I believe her name is. She's our new character. She's the one who creates the Speed Force trap. She seems, as I said in the episode, to be kind of at a low in her life where she thinks she's a crackpot. She's not funded. She's not winning the Nobel Peace Prize there. We do get the future information. I questioned at the beginning of the episode. It's from the device that Future Barry gave us. So that's how we had all that information. I think she was a 2020 or 2021 Nobel Peace Prize winner. At some point, the university may be giving what happened with Iris, and maybe Savitar does destroy the city. He said, I do destroy the city like I did in the future in episode 15, that he was going to do that. So maybe then her crackpot ideas, the university and Barry backing her up, they fund her, and that's how everything happens. But I'm glad that she was able to kind of have herself picked up a little bit. She's a little addition here, I guess, at the back end of the season to the team. It's kind of why we kicked Wally out here in the episode. The HR-her dynamic was interesting. He clearly, he had two motives. It was not only to bring her into the fold like the rest of the team and calm her down, but he wanted to ask her out there at the end of the episode. Maybe they're setting up a relationship thing there. HR's grown on me more, but I'm not a huge fan of him. Want to see what's going to happen for the rest of the season, because at least in the future that was, because things seem to be changing now, in the future that was, he was alive. Savitar said he was alive. So we'll have to see what happens there. As I've been saying here throughout this review, that there's a lot of questions, but they had some nice little moments. I'm glad that he admitted to her that he was not a genius, that it was kind of Cisco feeding that information in. He does say obvious things that maybe the team doesn't think of, which is kind of stupid that they don't think of it. But again, it's also a situation where maybe if you get a room of super intelligent, smart people, and people who are, emotional about the situation, like Iris because she's going to die, you kind of get someone to just filter through all that bull crap and get to the solution. So I can kind of forgive him kind of having answers seemingly every episode now that the team can't think of. They had some sweet scenes, particularly that Galileo statue kind of scene there in the park. It makes sense, but it was also convenient that she was going and working at the Central City University, and we didn't have to go far to get her. I thought the actress for the one episode now that we've seen her did a fine job. She's older than I thought she was going to be. I thought we were talking kind of early 20s. Now we're talking, she said she's been doing this 10 years. So we're talking 30s-ish or so that she's been researching and has been funded and works, I guess, for the university. She did fail with her doctorate. But now, whatever future information we have, it seems that maybe the equation to the Speed Force or whatever, hopefully the future Barry gave this Barry, our current non-evil Barry, it's getting very confusing, that, and she can decipher it, she can work out the speed trap, and we can save Iris and stop Savitar, who's also Barry. So, I liked her, want to see more of that going forward. The fourth main point, the main point of the episode, I hope I got through those first 3 points quick enough for you, is Barry is Savitar. So, we could talk forever here. Let's discuss the basis of this, because there's a lot to discuss here. The future has changed. Our timeline has changed once again. Because we'll start with Future Barry 2024. We'll go his timeline. That future Barry, I wish I had a Lego. He lost Iris. He eventually defeats Savitar by 2020-ish, 2021-ish, whatever it is. Locks him in the Speed Force after Tracy Brand creates the speed trap. Whole Flash team breaks up. That Flash never finds out who Savitar is. Okay. Tracy, in this episode, seemed to suggest that the Speed Force, the Speed Force, not only a trap can be made and things like that, but that the suit is needed to trap Savitar. We could use the suit to trap him in the Speed Force. The suit is also made out of something she called, I think, strange metal or something that's not defined, that is needed because he travels so fast. So his needs to be a futuristic suit like that because he's so much faster than Barry, which again, I don't know how Barry and Wally, maybe we can't use Jay because he's trapped in the Speed Force. We need Jesse too, whatever, how they're going to stop Savitar, right? So, and now that he has killed a Frost, all this stuff, maybe we can convince her. So that's why he has that. It also makes sense, it's one of my little questions, of why in the Speed Force is he still trapped in his suit. Now that makes sense. So we solved that situation. The future has changed now because our current Barry, non-evil Barry, went to the future. He got the information, Tracy Brand, to go back. That prompted Savitar to now kill Tracy Brand because he previously was not aware, I guess, that Tracy Brand creates the Speed Force trap. Otherwise, he would have had Killer Frost and himself would have killed her sooner. The interesting thing, as they pointed out in the episode, is why did Savitar not kill Tracy? Even if it is Barry, some version of Barry, if he wanted Killer Frost to kill her, and he wants to stop being trapped in the Speed Force for an eternity, why didn't he do it? So that's an interesting thing that maybe I'll learn. I missed, and I'll learn when I go back in editing. If you know, let me know down below. But I think we're going to find that out in the next 3 episodes. So that's an also interesting nugget to the situation. Given this information that now Barry has and Savitar has, the future has changed. So Iris might not die. And now that they meet up there at the end, very weird that Barry could just scream to the heavens and Savitar comes out, because presumably that is a new confrontation between them, because that did not exist before, because future Barry did not find out that Savitar was Barry himself. I know this is very confusing. So very weird that he's able just to call him out and Savitar comes there. But he comes out, and now that Barry says he knows who it is, he comes out of the suit. Now, flip-flowing to that scene. Actually, no, let's go to the scene of Barry's realization. So Barry, in moments of Joe saying everything and everything that's been coupled through the entire season, Barry has this realization that not only he has knowledge of the future, he knew every step by step because he lived it, because he was the Barry that was there. That's how he has such intricate detail, and I guess he just has kind of eidetic memory that he remembers every single thing. So I guess Killer Frost was supposed to be defeated by Vibe. Maybe her blood was supposed to be taken. Maybe all that fits in there. But he realizes that that was a great scene there. We have a lot of questions of why. Now, flash forward. I didn't even mean to do that. To when Barry, evil Savitar Barry, comes out of the suit, right? So he pops out of the suit. I know one of you pointed last week out that it's very weird that he's wearing pants and clothes, but I never think of our Barry as naked under the suit, so to me it just makes sense. But this Barry, longer hair, like 2024 Barry, at least in that brief look, it looked like it to me. Scarred. He's scarred on the face. He looked also a little bit paler, but he's scarred. Interesting. Okay, so we caught all that stuff. If I missed anything, let me know down below. The question now is, why? How is a big question, but why? Why would Barry want to kill Iris? If this Barry, Savitar Barry, is one that has lived everything that our current Barry is going through, they have to be connected. It can't be another Earth Barry. It can't be another Dimension Barry or something. It has to be this timeline's Barry, or this Earth but another timeline's Barry, or Barry, transformed into that Savitar Barry. Why? How did he get scarred? Did this Barry, our Barry, cause that? He lost his mind several times over when he was trapped in the Speed Force, as he said. But before that, he killed Iris. So he had to have a reason why. He said that you were there, I created myself, which in a way, I guess Barry got his speed. I created myself, because the Speed Force gave him the speed, but I created myself is also, literally, I created myself. It's very confusing, because you or me. So that's interesting there. Everyone's been, and I've said it as well, when he says, I am the future Flash, was he saying, I am the future Flash? Like, I am a future version of you, or am I the future, Flash? He was literally meaning I am the future Flash. How far in the future? And why is he doing this? Why? Is it just another thing of like, Iris has to die, blah, 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 so it saves the world? Like, there's gotta be a reason there. If not, what turned him evil? It also makes sense, jumping back to why Killer Frost, why Caitlyn immediately trusted him. So people were saying it's Ronnie. I wouldn't like that, and I don't think it made much sense. The only other person, there's only pretty much, I would say, 3 people she would instantly trust. Not even Julian, because she doesn't know him long enough. I think Cisco coming out of the suit, Barry, and Ronnie. So, Ronnie, no. Cisco, no. It makes sense that Barry, he's the speedster. That's why she instantly trusted him. There's a lot of questions there. So, I don't know. I'm very interested to see your theories down below, so please let me know. As always, if there's been press releases and things like that that explain more of this, I don't want to know that stuff. But if you have your theories, you avoid everything like I do, and you have your theories, please let me know down below, because, wow, that was insane. And other little main points, we kind of, like I said, kicked Wally off screen because we were bringing Tracy in and we were dealing with a lot of other elements. The Seal was coming back, so we kicked Wally to Earth 3. Fine with that. It gives him more time and builds a relationship, even if it's off screen, with him and Jesse. I assume he was showing pictures to kind of Barry and Iris there, maybe him and Jesse. Good that they hung out. I do like the relationship. They do need to build it up more. And, he said, Jesse says hi and all that other stuff. And pretty much other than that, I mean, weird that Jitters has a coffee named Zoom, even if it's on the secret menu, which some restaurants have that, because he killed people all around the city, including many police officers, broke their necks in Jitters, and also sent Cisco's, brother's doppelganger to destroy, it was Rupture, I think his name was, to destroy Jitters. I don't know, it seems very odd that they would name something Zoom. Maybe they're just embracing the name, but that was weird. And, yeah, overall, guys, that's kind of my thoughts here on Flash Season 3, Episode 20. I Know Who You Are. This wasn't the great, I'm not going to pretend that this was the greatest episode of all time. It was a good episode. I really liked it. Two main things to take away. Awesome things with Killer Frost, especially that ice scene throughout the city where she's sliding on it. Amazing. And then that reveal there at the end, those last couple minutes of Barry's realization and then him coming out of the suit. All the other stuff was fine. Wasn't amazing material. It was fine. But I enjoyed the episode overall. In terms of episode 20s, this is another one kind of for the books of revealing a major thing. Last season, we had Barry, die. He was literally disintegrated, and we knew he was not dying, but we were wondering where the fuck was he? He was in the Speed Force. And then the year before that, we kind of had the team finally confronted Harrison Wells, Eobard Thawne, and their whole confrontation where it looked like he died for a second, and then it was Hannibal Bates and all that stuff. So we've had a lot of important episode 20s in the brief 3 seasons of The Flash. But man, this one I think takes the cake. Even over last season, I think this one takes the cake, because we knew Barry didn't die, and there was theories that he was going into the Speed Force, and I kind of thought that after the episode. But this one, that it doesn't blindside me like, I can't believe it's Barry, because that was a theory. But why and how? Why would he do this to himself? How did he get scarred? Oh my God. Yeah, but that's my thoughts here, guys. So much to talk about. Let me know what you thought of the Joseph Seal stuff, kind of the Killer Frost, Caitlin, Cisco, Julian stuff, the HR Tracy Brand. Did you like her as a character stuff, and how do you think she's going to create the trap? Any stuff, I guess, between Killer Frost briefly there with him and Savitar, and then Barry being Savitar. What do you think about that? How? Why? I would love to hear your thoughts, and any other thoughts, predictions, theories you had in the episode, any Easter eggs I missed, please let me know them down below. As I said, as always, though, no spoilers, please. If you've read things, I don't want to know, but I would love to hear your theories. Like the video, subscribe, channel, share with your friends if you'd be so kind. And until next episode, guys, where we figure out why the hell Barry kills the love of his life. Thanks for watching.